When he was talking about, like, there's a monster, there's a lady in white, you know, don't stop for no reason, don't pick up anybody.
What's up? What's up? Another Thursday has come.
Weekend's almost here.
It is time for another episode of Morbid Anthology Podcast. Are you excited? I hope you're as excited as I am. I'm ready. I got my toothpick.
You always have a toothpick.
I got to have something to chew on. You know, as I always feel like this mic is like not in the right spot. Like I get up here.
You need to walk around with a Subway sandwich in your purse.
I might. Like I get up here and then it's like, yeah, I'm good. And then I start sliding down. Then I feel like I'm under the mic and you can't. So, you know, being in this chair, I don't have as cool or comfy chair as you do. I'm in like a lawn chair.
Well, we like to keep it classy here.
I mean, for the most part, it is, you know, it's pretty comfortable for a lawn chair, but I just feel myself like sliding up and down. Then I feel like I'm above the mic. I feel like I'm too far below it. So anyway, new episode.
Yep. So we're going to start off with another game of horror trivia. We didn't really put a dent in the card deck last time. That's
true. There it's a lot of cards.
Yeah. I mean, and there's 2 questions on each card. So I mean, potentially could be even more longer game, you know, unless you were like, you got to get both of these right.
True.
But, you know, are you ready to lose again?
No, I'm going to do better this time. So
you're more focused this time?
I'm feeling it.
You don't think I've read the first couple of cards to know?
I wouldn't be surprised if you stacked the deck against, like, put the hard one, easy, hard, easy, hard, easy, hard, easy, back and forth. So,
well, no, because I'm about to give you just a rando stack.
I mean, yeah, it is rando for me. But you also was in here before I came in to set all this up. You were already in here sitting down, so you probably done thrown through them a little bit.
We shall see. We shall see. So we limited our spirits down to just a 3. I guess I'm going to choke down some more Fireball if I have to take a shot. Maybe pick this white one. I don't know.
The bamboo?
I don't think I've ever tried it.
It's pretty good. I think this bamboo is better than the
one you said.
Yeah, the one from
awful?
last time. Yeah, because I think this one's more of like a, you know, like the rum chata style where it's like a cream.
Oh, I love rum
kinda,
chata.
You know,
rum chata's good.
Yeah, we were all out of that. So.
All right. So these are questions. There you go.
All right.
All right. If you didn't see the last one, what we're playing is Horror Trivia Part 2. I think you can grab these games from like Barnes and Noble or
maybe Target,
Books A Million type places.
Million, yeah.
It's really fun though if you want to play. And like you said last week, play along with us. Go grab you a drink, and if you can answer it, then you know you're safe. If you can't answer it, then take a drink with us.
Take a shot. Yep.
And we've got our trusty Beetle House shot glasses again.
Those are nice shot glasses.
All right, you going first? You want me to go first?
And I have my hoodie on because it's fairly cold in here.
My feet are freezing.
So, yeah, not trying to look all like hood or, you know, what's just I'm pretty cold, so I'm trying to stay warm. All right. You can go first. Ladies first.
Okay.
Go ahead and get my...
All right, so what are we doing? Are we just picking one? Are we giving each other both questions so you can answer either or? We need to decide this now because I said one way last time and then you started changing it.
I would say, I mean, I guess we could go like how we would normally play with like Josh and Jody. Like you give the first question. If you get it, you move on to the second question.
So we keep the card. Like, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to read the second one the next time.
Well, no, like if like, let's say I read you this one and you get it right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you got to answer The second one,
I feel like that's going to be, you're setting somebody up for to drink every time, almost.
yeah, but it's like you. Okay. So what if we do this? You get the first one. You read the first question, right? And let's say you get it right. Now you can double down and say, I'd like to go for the second question. And if you get it right, I have to take a drink. But if you get it
It's
wrong,
the option.
yeah,
It's an option.
But if you get it wrong, then you automatically have to take a drink. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's kind of like you can't pass it to the first on the first question to the person, but the second one, if you choose to go for it and you actually get it right, then the person reading the question has to take the shot, not the person answering the question.
Okay.
Yeah. That you said was okay. Yeah. So go ahead.
All right. So your first question: Jacob Singer struggles with his sanity after returning home from the Vietnam War. In what 1990 psychological horror film?
Full Metal Jacket.
No.
I know that's wrong. I have no idea.
Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, well, yeah. You know, I should have at least guessed Jacob something since that was his name, but
Yeah, you
I don't
never fail.
never-
Just go with part of the question like I do.
I don't never think of that though. So
All right, which one do you want to do?
I'm going Goldschlager.
Okay.
I need to buy another bottle because I've actually had that bottle a long time. Like, I think that bottle is like it's got to be at least 8 years old, probably.
Well, let's hope it doesn't have an expiration date.
No, it doesn't have to be refrigerated or anything, so should be all right. Okay, here we go. If you got that right, you're safe. If you didn't, then cheers. It burns so good. For some reason, that was way more stout than the last time.
It's
we played
probably
this
because,
game.
I chew up with that gold one first that you said was bad, and see, it made all these other ones tasty.
I mean, that one was tasty, but that one had a lot more burn to it than what they did last episode. Oh, good grief. Okay.
Well, you'll be warmed up before long.
Oh, my ears are already warm. Like, I can feel the heat go into my ears. Ooh, all right. The 2019 horror drama movie title 1BR refers to what real estate abbreviation?
One bedroom.
See? I feel like you gave me the deck that you knew was going to be easy. Okay, do you want to
I'm not continuing.
Okay.
I'm not chancing that. I'm not ever going to push that. You may, I'm not.
Ooh, I don't know after the way that first shot freaking hit me.
Okay, who is Keegan Michael Key's former comedy partner who also wrote a direct sequel to the original Candyman film? Keegan Michael Key's former comedy partner.
Yeah, but I can't think of his last name's Peel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it's Peel. Key and Peel. It's Peel.
I'll give you that.
I don't know. Is it Anthony?
It is Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
I'll give it.
I knew it. I knew the first name was like an easy name, not like Keegan, but like like whatever I said.
I don't know what you said.
I don't either. that shot is right off the rip. I'm like, ugh.
You don't put the toothpick down and everything.
I'm telling you, that shot
Things
hit.
are getting serious now.
I'll tell you, that shot hit way harder than, like I said, than what they did last episode. Because that one,
well, you've already eaten this time, so
yeah. But
last time we went into it starving.
Yeah, but I didn't eat. Maybe that's the key.
You go into it starving?
I mean, but I didn't really eat that much before we did this. So, all right, this 2017 Mexican horror fantasy film follows the story of a gang of 5 children trying to survive the violence of the cartels and the drug war.
The never-ending story.
No. Tigers Are Not Afraid.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Okay, or am I pouring my own again?
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, that shot is... It's done something to me.
It's done a little something. Let's hope that my body doesn't automatically reject this and start making weird noises like it did last time in the microphone.
That is a slow shot. Like, I don't see how... I like how you turned the cough into the microphone. like Jim Carrey in The Mask when he can turn his head, but then he turns back to cough in the guy's face.
Ugh. Instant drool. Like, I'm trying real hard not to drool on myself right now. There's the noises. It's already starting.
This is probably like not one of the smartest games that we freaking play because
Oh my gosh.
Because neither one of us drink a lot. Like we're more like social drinkers. Like, let's go over somebody's house for like a party or...
And we don't even do that anymore.
We haven't done that in a few years. Or like if we're out somewhere, you know, like if we like take a trip to New Orleans or something and we're out, then, you know, we'll have some drinks, but they're usually not like, let's do a bunch of shots. They're usually like, you know, just drinks that you can kind of sit there and chat, have a good time.
O'Brien's
drink
Hurricane.
Yeah, you know, you can drink on it, you can have a good time, but you're not like, let's do a bunch of shots. Oh. You know, so...
I'm still getting these after effects.
Yeah, so...
It's going down my back right as I'm like sitting here. I can feel it.
When we were coming up with, you know, different segments to do for this podcast, and we had this idea, like, I don't think we fully thought it through because you're watching 2 people play this game who hasn't really drank anything. Like I said, that bottle of Goldschlager I've had for about 8 years. These other 2 have been a few years that we've had that. And so you're watching us play it, and you're like 2 people that don't drink.
That's what probably is going to make them enjoy this more, though. Probably.
So, and if you're just listening to this, you're not watching it, then... Yeah, it's still the same. You get to hear the desperation in our voice.
I don't, like, honestly, if I have to do another one, there is a possibility that I will projectile vomit on your face right now. Like, it will come out and I'll just be like, bruh.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't know if it's the crawfish from earlier or the corn. But I'm telling you,
that's going to be a horrible combination if it comes back up.
That one shot, and I'm like, something's going on in my guts. Like, because I literally feel like I'm like, honestly, I probably could go throw up right now.
I mean, that's bad that you're already. I'm just like, mine is just the sheer taste of this, and Well, I'm going with this one for my next one.
Well, mine's not the taste. It's literally like when it hit my stomach, it was like instantly like, I don't feel right. Like, I don't feel like, obviously a one shot, I'm not drunk. I'm not even tipsy, but it was like once it hit my stomach and sat there for a few seconds. And like I said, I don't know if it's because I ate crawfish or the corn on cob, but it's like, literally, I'm like, I may have to like pause this podcast and get up and go throw up. It's like, I guess the alcohol didn't sit right or something.
So for real right now.
I am being very for real right now. Like,
Okay, well, I guess we've got to continue on to see if we're going to make you hurl. Wait,
thanks.
I just took one, so it's your turn.
I'm just going to put it out there because if you're listening, you're probably not going to notice a difference. But if you're watching this podcast, if you see it cut anytime in the next few minutes, it's because I got up and left.
What 1992 Stephen King film features cameos by Clive Barker, Toby Hooper, and John Landis?
Okay, read that again.
I see my nose is running now. What 1992 Stephen King film? So you got it.
Stephen
Be
King.
thinking
That's what,
Stephen King movies. Features cameos by Clive Barker, Toby Hooper, and John Landis.
Stephen King.
And I think just narrow it down to
I know it's not Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, think about the ones you've seen, and you're like, these dudes are not in this, so let's go with one maybe I haven't seen in a long time, or I haven't seen, period.
That's the thing, though. Like, I can't... It's hard to
I've
think
seen
about...
this. I don't really remember them in it, though, so...
Well,
it's been a while
it's
since I've
probably one
seen
of them
it.
things where it was like them as somebody else, but thinner.
No. No.
The Mist.
No.
I don't even know if he did that one.
No. Sleepwalkers.
Sleepwalkers.
All right, we doing the same one again?
No.
What the problem is?
No, let's do the other one.
Okay.
I done told you what the problem is.
Well, you're the one that's like Goldschlager is just...
It is good. I'm telling you, a Goldschlager is good.
I can't get this open.
But I'm telling you, when that first shot hit my stomach, it was like instant, like, I'm probably that crawfish and stuff gonna come back up. It's because this got I think that one's rubber. The other one had like a cork top to it.
This is almost full.
Yeah. It's
You
not that.
sure it
That's
didn't
not
have
that
to be
old.
refrigerated?
No.
That you're not about to drink some expired stuff?
She's not gonna get this next one, guys. So she's gonna be drinking also.
I might. I pull them out sometimes.
Okay.
What you doing?
I'm gonna read my question first.
Stop trying to gloss over it.
What animal becomes a significant character and symbol in the 2019 film Midsommar? Midsommar? Midsommar.
What was the first part?
What animal becomes a significant character and symbol?
Bear.
There ain't no...
I have seen it.
You have not seen this movie.
Yes, I have. I watched it by myself. I watched it when we lived in Daphne. I did.
No way you have seen that.
I promise
You've been looking at these cars, I'm telling you. There ain't no... I ain't even never heard of that before. Were you watching on Tubi?
No.
I mean, I'm going to ban you from watching Tubi.
I did not watch it on Tubi. I didn't even know what Tubi was whenever I watched this movie.
There ain't no way.
It's got that blonde girl in it. Florence Pugh. She's in it. And I think her like boyfriend or something gets like shoved in the bear skin and burned up or something, if I'm remembering right.
You want to go for tea?
No.
Should have went for tea.
Why? You ain't even taking that one. So you can just have them lined up?
I don't even want to take this one.
That's a fake burp if I've ever heard it.
No, that was me trying to keep something from coming up. That was like Billy Bob on Varsity Blues when he's like...
Varsity Blues.
He's like, you ready to call some dinosaurs? I might give them a holler. That was me trying to keep that down. It's a lot better. Oh, this is not going to end well. This may be a short episode.
Terry O'Quinn stars.
Why do I get all of these freaking hard ones?
Well, both. I don't think you'll get neither one of these.
Well, that's nice.
Terry O'Quinn stars in what 1987 film about a serial killer who marries a widow after having killed his previous family?
Family Man.
No, The Stepfather.
I was close. When does this game end?
I'm giving you little ones, so.
That's a good, like, 3/4 of a shot. Because, you know, most shots don't go all
Okay,
the way
we'll
through.
do. You'll ask me a question, and then we'll do one more round, and then we'll wrap this part up before you. I don't have like. Well, this is pretty close. So if you're gonna blow chunks, blow them in here. It's pretty close to the Wayne's World paper cup.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I hate this game. I'm telling you, I know you freaking stacked this deck. Look. 3 questions, you've only had to drink once. And
That was how it was last
you're
week.
not
too.
gonna and you're not gonna have to drink on this one either. All right. Oh, you're the new Loomis. Name the movie.
New Loomis? Harry Potter?
Why would Harry Potter be a horror trivia?
Don't know. That's why I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the quote.
Loomis?
That's the quote. Oh, you're the new Loomis.
No, I don't know.
Halloween 2018.
Oh, like
What is the name of the hotel in The Shining?
the Overlook.
Too bad you didn't go for 2.
Dang, but I didn't get the first one
I'm
right.
just
so I
saying.
couldn't have done that. I
I'm
don't know.
just saying.
I thought you were talking like lupus. Like in my head, I was like thinking lupus, like from Harry Potter.
That would actually be Lupin with an N.
Lupin.
Not lupus. That's a
That's
disease.
why that's all I could think about.
Lupus is a disease. Lupin is a wizard. And Loomis is an old psychiatrist.
I feel like I was pretty close on that answer, though.
I mean, yeah, you got the first letter right.
I did.
You said you knew it started with
Technically,
L.
first 2, because didn't I say Harry, H-A, Halloween, H-A.
Yeah, just too bad Harry Potter's not a horror movie.
It might be for some people.
I guess, yeah, if you're weird or something. Come on, it ain't that bad. I mean, it might be bad whenever it comes back up, but
That one's much better, yeah. But I think it would taste better if it was like cold.
yeah, if you put that over some ice to sip on it, oh yeah, that would be real good.
Kind of thick, though. All right. Last round. And I'll be nice and I'll read either or. So if you get either one of them. Roses are red. Violets are blue. One is dead and so are you. Name the movie.
My Bloody Valentine.
Correct.
I just took a guess since it was sounded like a Valentine's Day poem.
So I'm going to read you the second. Do you want to go for the second question?
Sure.
You've seen this movie.
Okay, I'll go. Just so you got to drink again if I get it.
All right.
I'll go for 2.
It's a tagline from the movie.
Okay.
She's evil, and not just high school evil. Name the movie.
Jennifer's Body.
Yes.
Yeah. That's your shot. Sure shot. Let me go on a rewind and see if you're going to make it a double. Okay, yeah, you're probably going to make it a double. Dr. Gordon, played by Carrie Ells in the original Saw film, finally returns 5 years later in which sequel?
So am I just naming like Saw 45?
Yeah.
It's actual work to get that down. Which one was she in?
She was a doctor in the original Saw film. She finally returns 5 years later in which sequel?
5.
No.
Well, you said 5 years later.
Yeah.
Would it be 6?
No. Saw 3D, the final chapter.
Was it the final chapter?
Probably not, because I really don't even know which film it actually was. Like, I don't know if Saw 3D was the third one because it's 3D, or if that is like the title to like the seventh one or whatever.
Yeah. Give me your used cards.
Okay.
Okay. Well, who won that one? How many did you take?
However many I just handed you, minus one.
5. So 4.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I've taken 1, 2, 3. This is my 4th. We tied on that. Tied on that game.
Yeah, this game is wasn't very smart.
None of the best ideas ever are.
I feel like it would be less damaging if we were shooting like beer.
I don't know. I can't stomach beer either.
I mean, but at least then it wouldn't be like, which I guess the people watching or listening wouldn't get as much of a kick because it doesn't hit you as like that.
I mean, it's not bad.
No, it's just it's thick. It's a thick liquor. But at least it does go down a little smoother and with less of a burn than that Fireball and that Goldschlager. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's because it's at the bottom and with more of the flakes where, but that first shot of Goldschlager, it burned and hit way harder than all of them that I had to take on the last episode. Or two episodes ago.
Because you were so focused on that one being horrible that you were like, this is delicious.
Well, I know I like it's not the taste.
No, but it didn't bother you as much.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's the key is you gotta have your first shot be something
so bad.
horrible that your second one's like, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
You're like everything after that.
I'm making all the right decisions.
All right, so we did play the next episode of the Fears to Fathom game. Actually, I played it, and he sat there beside me and just he marveled in the greatness that I accomplished in that game.
Yeah, what felt like an eternity. And literally, this game, it says it should only take you about 40 minutes to play it, and I kid you not, it felt like we were in front of this computer for 3 hours.
I think it was a good hour and a half.
That's sad, though.
Yeah, so this episode is called The Hitchhiker. Is it just The Hitchhiker?
It's something hitchhiker something. I can't remember.
I was completely fooled by that title, and
Nice.
My bad. by like because you have to drive your car, and you're driving down this creepy road, and you're like we said before, the Fears to Fathom game are actual stories that were written into this company, and they make the games based on these stories. So this person that wrote in the story had attended a convention, and instead of flying home, they were choosing to do a road trip alone. Yeah. And so you're having to drive the car down this sketchy road, and your gas is low. So you pull into this gas station, and you go up to the clerk, and he starts telling you all these creepy stories about the road you're about to go down, like the bridge and all that.
And there's a monster.
Yeah, when
something.
he was talking about there's a monster, there's a lady in white, don't stop for no reason, don't pick up anybody, blah blah blah. So that's what I had in my head, this game is going to be about, a lady in white or something like that.
That's what I figured too, especially whenever you start getting close to the bridge and it goes from a little 2-lane paved road to it kind of turns into dirt, and then when you got to that part where the 2 logs were in the road that looked like somebody knocked a tree over, I'm like, oh, well, maybe it is more of the monster side than, you know, a ghost or whatever.
Because on the bridge, you know, just like a supernatural episode, your headlights start blinking.
Yeah.
Your radio station starts going out. It's just all the static on it. And so, I mean, that's stereotypical, like, you're about to see a ghost.
Better have your salt.
So I
And
was
your
like,
iron.
where's the ghost? And then we get to the logs. Like, we've passed over the bridge. I didn't see nobody. We get to the logs, and I'm, like, so confused. I'm like, because she's like, my car wouldn't make the logs budge. Like, because, you know, I done run off the road several times.
And had to restart from where you were on the wrong side of the road and got hit head on by
I
a
died
truck
right
and died.
off the bat early.
Yeah.
And then, you know, she's like, my driving wasn't ever that good. So that was literally must have been part of the story since it made that comment. So.
Yeah.
But my driving in the game was much worse probably than her in real life. But so I'm like trying to, you know, push these logs because they are fat logs. Like it's a tree.
Yeah, it's not just like limbs. It's like it literally looks like somebody broke the tree or cut it down, laid it across the road, and then cut it in half. You know, they're like tree trunks almost.
Yeah, they're
because you're
big.
like, how is this? Because you're playing as a woman, you're like, how is this woman gonna move these two big tree trunks out of the way when her car won't even push them? You know?
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I'm still in my mind, Lady in White. So I'm like, well, maybe I was supposed to get out of the car on the bridge, like back whenever, like my radio and the headlights went out or something. So I'm like, well, I got to turn around. Like, I can't go any further because these logs are in the road. So that was probably about 15 minutes of the game was me trying to turn around in this car because it was like an Austin Powers thing, you know, where he's like, burr, 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 just back
Yeah,
and
because
forth.
the thing definitely does not turn like a car. You get to turn like an inch at a time.
Yeah. So when I finally got it turned around, I made it almost all the way back to the gas station. And then our daughter was like, you know, she's played it and she's like, no, you have to get out and move the logs. Because we're like, what are we supposed to do here? Am I supposed to go back? And so, yeah, then I had to do another 15-minute turnaround in the forest. Like, my car is all up in the woods. And make it all the way back to these logs, which somehow magically this girl does get out.
And she moves them.
He man them out the way.
Yep, both out of the way.
And then we continue along the journey.
Yeah, and your car doesn't want to start back whenever you move the logs, and then you decide to stand out in the middle of the road. And
Was it at the logs where the car broke down?
Yeah. Is whenever you get back in there, you get back in the car to drive off, and it's like it won't crank up because you can actually like see some smoke coming out, and it's like time passes by because it says like 10 something at night, and 11 something I think, and then finally you're out in the road, and here comes the car. You're like, oh, stop, and they hit you and just push you down.
Yeah, like they were not stopping. They do not play.
And that guy stops, and he's like,
because there was another sketchy person in the gas station.
Yeah.
That I tried to engage with and talk to, and he's just like ignoring me. So I was like, douche. And then like the gas station dude was a little bit of a douche too. So I start picking up stuff and trash on the gas station.
yeah, throwing all of the stuff around.
But then after I threw all the stuff on the floor, then I get back out to the car and I get a text from my mom tell me to go buy some dog food. So then I got to go back in and pick up a dog food bag that I've thrown down right in front of the register and buy it.
So you end up, he's like, yeah, throw it on the back, hurry up. So you got
all my stuff.
Unload all the stuff out of your trunk, which is like 4 bags, a skateboard, and some dog food. Throw it on the back of the pickup truck because he's like, hurry up, I'm not staying here all night. Then he gives you like a ride to the nearest motel so you can get a room and somebody can go back with a tow truck and get your car, and then that's whenever the sketchy stuff starts. you get handed the keys to your room, and you go in there, and
There's no mattress. That's
there's no
the most
mattress on the
sketchy
bed,
thing.
and yeah. Then you open the bathroom door, and there's a guy just randomly standing in there, and he claims off he's like cleaning the place, and you weren't supposed to be there yet or something. Then you go to get your stuff, and he magically come back, and now the mattress is on the bed.
Yeah, he's like, because I'm like, I gotta go get my stuff anyway, and he's like, I'm gonna get the room ready for you. Where'd he pull that mattress from?
I have
Because
no
I walked
idea.
across the parking lot, got my stuff, and came right back. Where'd that mattress come from?
It was there though, sheets and everything already on it. So
His name was Tommy, wasn't it? He was the.
I think so. He was a
the
tow truck driver. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then the hotel guy's like, don't be like causing no ruckus and no loud,
Sorry about that.
don't be loud. Like I don't understand why he thought I would be loud.
Maybe you just looked like that. Look like the kind of person that would be causing a ruckus. You show up out of nowhere. You ain't got no car.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time somebody thought that. Do you remember when we checked into our hotel in New Orleans and we became quick friends with the security guard, Curtis with K, if you're listening?
Yeah.
And he went ghost hunting with us, and he was like, immediately as soon as y'all came into the hotel, I knew this one right here was going to be the problem. I'm like,
and you were.
Why do I look like that?
You were the problem. You and Jody both were the problem. We couldn't even film that haunted investigation of this hotel because you two were just plastered.
It was the Pat O'Brien's hurricane. It doesn't take much for those.
No, them things they'll get you. They sneak up on you because they're so good. Like, they taste so good, but they're probably like loaded with 15 different liquors. So
yeah. So yeah, he automatically assumed me once again to cause problems in this seedy motel out in the middle of nowhere.
yeah.
So you go to your room, you get all your stuff. Tommy leaves. He goes in the wrecker to go get your car, I guess, because he disappears in the truck.
Yeah.
And you're chilling on your bed, and you glance over at the window, and there is someone pressed hard against the window, like with their hand up, like all like... I could practically see their breath on the glass. Steamy, hot breath.
I mean, yeah, one of the motels out in the middle of nowhere.
And then
But we watched him the second time through because you ended up like something happened and died. But we watched him like go around and like go back into his room, which was across the parking lot.
yeah, and I tried to go press myself up against his glass.
It's like, I can't go in other people's rooms.
I'm like, why? He was like,
well, you wasn't in your room, but he had the curtains drawn, so you didn't. You just had the blinds open, so.
But then she starts like, I need a cappuccino to stay awake, blah, blah, blah. So then initially whenever I clicked on the machine, like I didn't even know it was a cappuccino machine. It was a paint bucket beside it. And I was like, a cappuccino just appeared from this paint bucket. But we figured out later that there was a cappuccino machine, which is, we'll talk about that in a minute. But you drink your cappuccino and instantly, like, the screen just goes haywire. Like, all of the controls you've been doing are opposite because you've been drugged.
Yeah. Walking forward is now backwards, left is now right, and even using the mouse to turn your head. If you're going to turn to the right, it's making your head go left, and vice versa. And you got to get back to your room to try to lay down or whatever, and then you wake up and she's like, I've been sedated.
Yeah, and I made it back to the room, and when she wakes up and she says that, and you start hearing knocking, so I'm like, I'm not gonna answer the door, like somebody's trying to get up in here.
Yeah.
So at first I go to the bathroom because that's where Sketchy Tommy was the first time. Open the door, I'm like, okay, he's not there. And when I tell you the feeling, it is so intense, like, because you know, like, something's about to happen. And then I went to the closet and I died.
Yeah. She goes and opens the closet across from the bathroom, and out jumps this person in white. Looked like he was wearing like all white long johns is what it looked like. And he jumps out and the music hits real hard and the screen statics because you're dead. And she lets out this most blood curdling scream. I'm like, I've now lost a few decibels of hearing in my left ear off of this scream. And so now you got to like start over from the point where you actually check into the motel and do it all over again.
Yep. So I get back to that spot, and we initially hear the knocking like a little bit, and then it stops. So I'm like, I'm bending down. I'm trying to go out the door. It's like, oh, it's not safe out there at night.
Yeah, I
go back to the bathroom. Nobody's in the bathroom. So I'm just like standing there staring at this closet. And I'm like, I know he's in there because he's done got me already. But I can't literally do anything else.
I think the game must have glitched at that point, because when you hear the knocking, you're supposed to go to the door and find out who it is, and you find out it's the
receptionist.
The night reception guy. But we only heard the knocking once when the game started over, and like I said, she couldn't answer the door, so I think the game like glitched a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm like, I have no choice but to open this closet again. So I'm like braced, right? My whole body is tensed up. And then at one point it says if you drink caffeine, it helps your sprinting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe that's this moment. Maybe I'm about to like run.
Yeah.
If I can like open it and run. I open it and nobody's there.
Yeah. No, nobody jumps out. Nothing. You're
So
like,
I'm like,
oh, okay,
mind
definitely
blown at this point. I'm like, the game has changed. How is that possible? So I take step, and he jumps out and gets me again. He was hiding in the corner this time.
Yeah. He went right behind the door.
Yeah, so apparently, like you said, you're supposed to go to the door, answer it, then you go and show the receptionist, because he's like, we don't have a cappuccino machine. And you're like, yes, you do. It's right over here, which makes me question, where did this man pull out a whole vending machine? Yeah. Because it is a vending machine cappuccino maker type thing.
Yep.
And how did he poison it? Like, or, you know.
I wonder if you were already somewhat hallucinating.
You know, it was
kind
of blurry with the Coke I drank.
Yeah, with the Coke, because it was like, that's when the screen kind of, but you don't think nothing about it because it doesn't go haywire like when you drink the cappuccino. So I'm wondering if you had already been like poisoned or drugged off of something else, and then you just like hallucinated the cappuccino. Like maybe you thought you went to the cappuccino machine, but it wasn't there. It was actually something else. So, you know, whatever.
Yeah, so it all ends with you go back to your room and you've got to hide in your room, and the man that's after you comes in your room, and if you're hiding, the receptionist ends up coming in and
you're supposed to go. Yeah, you're supposed to hide in the closet, and you see him come in, and he goes to the bed, and he looks under the bed, and then he goes to the bathroom and opens the door, and he's like looking around. He's talking and saying something this whole time, but that's when the night receptionist comes in, and he hears the guy in there, and he's like hiding beside the door of the bathroom. So when that guy comes out, he grabs him, like beats him up, and calls the cops and everything. So,
you know, because I think I read something about it, like if the town was supposed to be like a cult or something.
Yeah.
Which I wonder, it makes sense, because I wonder even if the dude at the gas station was in on it, because since my car messed up, I wonder if it was bad gas.
Ah. Could be because the car didn't just die. You couldn't crank it, and you could see smoke coming up a little bit from the hood. So maybe somebody did something to you. Maybe even the guy that gave you a ride
was all in on it.
Was in on it too. Because
I just don't know why the night receptionist would have saved me.
I don't know. Maybe the hotel guys aren't in on it. No, because at the end it says that the hotel reception guy, Ronnie or whatever his name was, it says something about he ends up not pressing charges on that guy. Like he wants it just to go away. Like you don't. Oh yeah,
that's the thing at the very end. The cult thing is at the very end, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's where I read it.
So I wonder, they were all in on it. You just weren't supposed to survive. And since you did and you caught on, then he kind of had to intervene. And so that's why he was like, oh, we're not going to press charges. We don't talk about it, blah. He don't want you to say anything, tell anybody about it, because really you probably weren't supposed to survive anyway. But since you did, now they got to kind of sweep it under the rug,
It's a very good possibility. Because in the little recap at the end where it's talking about it being a cult, it doesn't say anything about the gas. But I'm like, that don't make no sense, though, because I got gas and then the car quit working right after that.
Yeah.
So, but that was, like we said, that's somebody's actual story that wrote in.
Yeah.
And that would absolutely be terrifying.
Yeah. That's why you got to watch where you go nowadays. You gotta, as sad as it is, you got to keep your head on a swivel, especially whenever you're somewhere new or you're, on a back road somewhere, stopping at a little gas station or something.
I always be looking. I'm like, who that? What they doing?
Yeah. You got to keep that head on a swivel, which is sad, but.
Yeah,
got to.
You don't know what other
You don't never know.
All right, so we're going to move on to our Reddit part where we found stories to read. And this one kind of ties into my Talk Spooky to Me on the last episode. So I found an actual encounter somebody wrote about with them and the Hat Man.
Ah, okay.
And when I was looking on this feed, because somebody said, who has seen the Hat Man, give me your encounters.
Yeah.
And there is over 700 responses.
Wow.
On this thing.
That's freaking crazy.
So this was posted 2 years ago, okay? It's not that long. When I was about 14, I lived in a house with my mom and abusive stepdad. Most of our fights occurred outside my room at the end and dark area of the hallway. One night, I awoke to what I thought was my mom messing with me, standing in my doorway to scare me. I kept yelling at her to stop until I woke up and noticed that it was actually a very tall, dark shadow wearing a wide-brimmed hat and a long trench coat. I have literally never experienced fear like this in my entire life. And felt sick and as if I couldn't breathe. I told her about it the next day. I accidentally overheard her on the phone with a friend later that day, and my mom telling the friend Lacey saw it too. I about died. I ended up asking her about it, and she told me that she had seen the Hat Man at the same spot, dark part of the hallway by my door, 2 times while walking by vacuuming in the living room. She tried to make me feel better by telling me it was someone watching over me. A few years ago, I'm now 35, my boyfriend's son asked him, "Do you ever feel like someone is watching us?" and proceeded to give him the exact description of the Hat Man outside of his bedroom in the hallway where a lot of our arguments and turmoil tend to occur. I truly believe that it's a demon, obviously, that follows you to places of turmoil and anything negative. So this is somebody that did
I
not
guess
do
that-
the Benadryl.
Yeah, they just okay. Imagine what they would have saw if they would have been on that Benadryl. Yo, the guy creepy.
All right, that's my story.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
And then someone said, hat men are not demons. I know some families have.
I know them on a personal level.
I know some families have one that is seen by generations before it. I believe they are reapers.
Okay.
I don't know why they are attracted to certain people or families without pulling a soul, but I have to wonder if perhaps they are related to those families.
I don't know if I would go so far as to say related to the family. I mean, but I don't know. But it seems, the Reaper thing, that would kind of make sense, especially like if your family, I would think if they had like some bad mojo on them.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's like a long standing history of like things happening in your family, like, your granddaddy dies in a car wreck, and then your grandmother dies of some weird thing at the house, or, like a standing generational curse, so to speak.
Yeah.
Thing more so than, it being your great grandfather standing there, living off of your bad vibes and reaping you all of his family members when you pass on.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe you've just been marked for death, and it's like that book I wrote.
Yeah.
Because shameless plug. Yeah, so my book that I wrote about reapers, and there's like different types of reapers. Each one has a job. Like there's like a stalker reaper that follows you around and watches you, but they're not the ones that actually reap you when it's time to die.
It says they're supposed to be the ones that find the most opportune time during your daily routine.
Yeah.
For the one that reaps you to set something up
for you to die, kind of like Final
so that you can,
type thing,
so that you can, be that way. Whenever your time comes, they know this is your normal routine. It would be best to do it here at this time when you're walking here or you're driving here or whatever, to cause the accident to reap you. So it could be. Never know.
There's just a whole tribe of hat men that are all stalking you, reaping, like watching.
The description of it, the hat man kind of makes sense with like the way you see reapers in like pop culture and stuff, like, because you don't always see them with like the cloak and the head, the hood or whatever. You like the ones on Supernatural, they're dressed in a suit, long jacket, kind of.
Favorite character entrance.
Death.
I love to watch that man come on screen. It is the best intro ever.
Yeah, that's Big Daddy Death though. He's a horseman. He's got to have a good intro. All right, so mine is a little creepy. So my story, it says, I've had many experiences, but I'll tell you the one that freaked me out because I wasn't the only witness. I was about 12 years old, and I was talking with my dad in his room. My mom was in the closet with the lights off, but we could clearly see her folding clothes.
Why was she in the closet folding clothes?
In the dark. I don't know.
What?
That woman got some, like,
what?
Good vision. She in the closet, in the dark, folding clothes. Well, during me and my dad's conversation, he had asked my mom something, but to no reply. He eventually got to the point where he started to yell. I got up and stepped into the closet, but when I heard my mom walk into the room and ask why he was yelling her name, I looked at her and she had a towel wrapped around her. I quickly looked back into the closet and saw nothing. Absolutely nothing. This obviously creeped me and my dad out. Whatever we saw, it wasn't my mom. Whatever it was, it had her shape, and even the bun. My mom always had her hair in a bun. I would have completely thought this was my imagination if it weren't for my dad also being there and seeing it too.
Okay. I have questions like, you and your dad are sitting there. How do you automatically not know something is suspicious if the woman is in the closet with the door closed, lights off, phone closed?
I don't know. Well, I don't think the door was closed. She was just in the closet. Maybe it was a walk-in closet. But still, it doesn't change the fact of why wouldn't you be asking, like, why are you in the closet with the lights off?
Yeah.
Folding clothes.
I
Like,
guess
even if it's a big walk-in closet, I mean.
I guess if the room is lit up enough with the walk-in closet, there's probably enough light for you to be able to see. In my head, I was picturing like the folding doors.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why is she up in the small closet?
Well, I mean, I guess maybe it could be enough light in there, especially since she. Oh God, I'm so sorry, guys. Trying to put my hands up. If you're listening to this with headphones on, sorry about that. That was my hands hitting the microphone. It had to be enough in there if she was like, it even had the same bun, like hair up in a bun, just like her mom. So you would have to have enough detail to see that whatever it was, hair was up in a bun. So
it was an evil doppelganger.
I'm telling you. Somebody commented and said, nah, you should keep an eye on that closet just in case. It's weird. That one would be a little creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of along the lines of like, you know, on our last episode when I was telling the story about the McIntyre Villa, the woman that owns it, and her being like having her friends and other people having a conversation with her, and she's not even there. Like she's outside on the phone in the backyard, or she hadn't got there yet, but yet they're inside the house hearing her voice, hearing her not just say, yeah, like, you know, normal, like, but actually saying stuff like, oh, love you too, sweetie, you know, stuff like that, talking to a friend and having her voice coming from the next room and her not even being there. So
crazy stuff. It's like something trying to take over their life.
Yeah. I mean, there's some bad juju in the world.
All right, let's move on to the last thing. We got to wrap this up. So, we're not going to specifically talk about one specific video, behind the scenes stuff. We're going to kind of give you like an overview of what it's like for us to go out and film the videos we do when we're on location. We live in Alabama, so we're limited to what we have around us locally to film.
Yeah.
We've done a few videos locally. One in particular we caught a lot of crap for. Like, people came into the comments and it was just a bunch of random stuff that didn't make no sense whatsoever. We might delve deeper into that, maybe like on like a video for the Patreon.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we have to drive a pretty good ways away to do the videos we do.
Yeah, because even the ones, I mean, Mobile and Baldwin County that are south of us are still an hour 15 to an hour 45, minute drive.
So you're going to be gone pretty much all day.
Yeah.
And that's if you're not gone all night. And, for the most part, we try to keep these trips as cheap as possible. We do drive a car where, we have like the back seat will go down, and we've bought a mattress that fits perfectly into the back seat. So a lot of times we'll find somewhere safe to pull over and we'll sleep in the car. And honestly, it's very comfortable. Like,
yeah. And the mattress is very comfortable. I mean, we can leave the air on and stuff, without polluting the environment.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks is there's no bathroom. We got to use public restrooms, in which I loathe doing that.
Unless it's a Buc-ee's.
Yeah, Buc-ee's is great.
Buc-ee's is awesome.
Buc-ee's is great.
You can go in there and blow it up, and you feel like you're in your own personal little space, because it's like the walls go from ceiling to floor, and you don't have to worry about nobody trying to open the door, see if anybody's in there, because there's a little light.
I have had somebody try to get in my door before there.
Well, they weren't paying attention to the light. Yeah, that's what the little light is.
How do you not see the light?
Like, the light is not. If the light is red, it's occupied. If it's green, then come on in.
And I like that they got the sanitizer, so you can kind of clean.
Yeah.
Most time it is clean, but you can just do it extra clean just for your peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we try to keep it as cheap as possible. Food wise, I mean, we'll take a cooler. It's like a little, it's the shape of a cooler, but it's like a refrigerator. Yeah,
you can adjust the temperature. It plugs into the car, and you can adjust the temperature, so you can actually make it like the whole thing a refrigerator, or you can put this little divider in there and make half of it like a refrigerator with its own temperature, and the other half like a freezer with its own temperature. So it works out good. I mean, it holds a good bit of stuff. I mean,
yeah, and then we'll stop at the store if we're going to be gone for a while and refill it as we need to. If we eat out, it's usually somewhere real cheap, like a Jack in the Box something.
Every state needs multiple Jack in the Boxes, because it's good food. It's cheaper than most fast food places, especially if you're in a pinch and you like delicious tacos. I mean, you can get 2 of them for 99 cents on that, or like $1.29 there.
It's not the healthiest.
No, it's not. But I mean, if you're trying to keep things cheap, then you're definitely not going to keep it healthy.
Yeah. As far as like a lot of times with our road trips, we'll kind of know, like, in the general vicinity of where we're going, like some of the things we're going to do. But a lot of things we find when we're on the road. Like, we'll be like, okay, we're going to Dallas, Texas to do this video. And then as we're researching this stuff for this video, it just so happens, oh, so-and-so's buried here. Let's go do a video on them.
Yeah.
And so nothing's really ever completely mapped out for us. Like, it's all kind of very chaotic.
It's a controlled chaos, yeah.
We just go where we want to go. And I think the longest we've been away from home was 45 days, and we figured out that was way too long.
Yeah. That was a long trip.
I think the most comfortable wise is about 3 weeks for us.
Yeah.
And that's not saying we're sleeping in the car the entire 3 weeks, because I know you're probably thinking, dang, they got them smelly booties after 3 weeks. It's not like that.
No.
Like, we'll stay in the car for a few days, and then we'll get a room and bathe and all that. And it does absolutely suck that we can't afford to get a hotel room, and we're not trying to stay in a hotel room that's, bougie. I mean, just one that's decent enough to take a shower and sleep in. If we could get there one day, that would be great, but until then, the car works.
At least a hotel that has a good rating, not really trying to stay in a hotel where we gotta worry about, are we gonna bring bed bugs home, or am I gonna be asleep and have roaches crawling across my face, or am I going to be asleep and somebody breaking we try to find one that's doable, but at the same time with a good rating, good.
And I look at the reviews a lot.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm booking, if I see like a review where people are like several people, because sometimes you'll have like that one Karen.
Oh yeah.
Where everybody's like, I loved it.
I didn't get I wanted 2 towels and they only gave me 1.
Yeah, but when people are like, consistently like it was a bad area, like sketchy people out in the parking lot, my car got broke into, or got bed bugs, whatever. If I see bed bugs, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
No.
Well, nobody wants to bring that on because them things will infest your house quick.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, it's fun for the most part. It does get stressful probably toward the end. I'll say we start kind of getting on each other's nerves. So,
yeah. It happens.
and then sometimes you just get mentally exhausted, like of looking up, like in researching, like information for the videos. You're like, my brain is in overload. I just need to rest it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing any videos. Like, I need to go home.
Or like with me, you get tired, mentally tired of like having a plan, like where we're going to make sure like that we have enough time to go in this direction and still make it up over here. If it's going to be multiple things and, getting us there. And then, did I remember to put the camera on the charger so that, we don't get somewhere ready to record and the batteries are dead? Did I remember to charge the microphones? So it's one of those jobs that you always hear people talking about, like, I love my job, it's a fun job, but it is a job. Like, It is not like, I know a lot of people, like if you're listening to this podcast or you've watched our videos or you just watched YouTube videos in general, like I'm sure a lot of people sit here and go, oh man, I would love to do that. It's so easy. You ain't having to go punch a time clock. You ain't got no balls. You just traveling around, filming stuff. Man, it's so easy. You're dead wrong. Like, it's a wonderful job, and it's definitely one that if you enjoy it, you want it to get to that point to where it is your main job and it is providing you with your income, but it is still like 1,000% a job. Like, it's not all fun and games. Like, we go on these road trips, yeah, we have fun and we're enjoying it, but it's still a lot of work. Because you're having to plan your route. You're having, like you said, do all this research for just one video. Not to mention if you're going to be gone 3 weeks and do multiple videos while you're gone. You got to plan how to get there. You got to plan where you're going to sleep. You got to find your place to eat. Then when you get all that said and done, you still have to come back. Well, even if you're out on the road that long, you still have to get the footage moved over to the computer. You have to start editing. You got to save stuff. So you're constantly sitting there working. Is it a physically demanding job? No. Sometimes, depending on what you're doing. But compared to like someone that works at like a steel mill or out in the woods cutting trees or something like that, no, it's not a physically, but it is a very mentally demanding job because you don't want to put out garbage. You don't want to, I mean, some people might, they don't really care. But for us, we want to put out the best quality. We want it to sound good. We want it to look good. We want the story to be good and everything. So that takes a lot of work. I mean, it's definitely, it's a fun, like I said, it's a fun job, but it's 1,000% a job, hands down.
I feel like too, like when you first start doing it, for anybody that's newer doing it, because it was like all new and exciting and you just want to stay out and you want to do all these videos, and then the longer you do it, the more you realize how much work goes into it, and how, like, even if you don't feel like doing, you know, a video or whatever, you still have got to make yourself go do it.
Yeah. I mean, because we felt like that at times where you're just like, oh, I'm so exhausted, like mentally and physically. I'm tired. Like, I do not want to go do a video. I was like that the other night. Like, we were going to go do a video on something in Mobile, and we were sitting there, just got through eating supper. And
well, granted, we had work 6 days in a row at our job.
Yeah.
And we had one day off.
and say, like, we gotta go do this video. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, I do not want, I'm so tired. Like, I do not feel like getting up, because we were going to have to get up early to go down there, because that evening we were supposed to have, eat dinner with my mom and her husband. And so I was like, we're going to have to get up even earlier to make sure we get down there, get the video done, and get back, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm so tired, I don't want to do it. But then when I laid down, I was like, we probably still, we need to go do it. I mean, so, yes, like you get tired and you're like, I don't want to go do it, but you know you have to go do it. Otherwise, you got nothing to put out.
Yeah, and that's where I think it hurts us sometimes, is because since, you know, we do have a job we have to go to work for, and a lot of times we don't have time to have content all the time. Now, when we go out on these longer trips where we're gone for like 3 weeks, that's why we try to get as many videos done as possible in those 3 weeks, because we, you know, like to bank up videos, because when we come back, it'll just be working probably for the next several weeks. So we have to have those videos banked.
Yeah. Because when we first started this 4.5 years ago, you know, all the stuff that we watched and listened to, you hear other creators talk about, oh, you need to be consistent, whether it's putting out once a week or once a month, you know, you need to be consistent, blah, 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 blah. And so that's what we try to do. So, and a lot of times it doesn't work out because we run out of videos before we're able to go make more because of having to work. And like Renee said, I think that is what hurts us, is like we run out before we get there. So then where we were putting out a video once a week or twice a week, it then becomes, oh, we've now gone 2 weeks without putting some out, or a month without putting some out. So when we do put out again, you know, the algorithm is like, oh, you ain't posted in a while, so I ain't going to put your junk out no more. Blah, blah, blah. You know.
But, I mean, maybe one day we'll get more consistent with it. We'll be good for a few weeks. Like, we'll, like, you know, we try to post like every Monday night and every Friday night. Like, that's the nights we try to post. Yeah. These videos we go out and do. But maybe one day we'll get more consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, that, or we're going to have to just reevaluate when we put them out. May have to drop to once a week so that we don't run out, especially if it's going to look like we're not going to make it back out to get stuff done. You know, so that we don't run out and have to go like a month or two without posting anything. Which you are good about. If we run out of videos for YouTube, you are good about still doing stuff for Facebook and TikTok, so that those keep getting posted. So we don't just ghost everybody like, oh, nothing for 2 months on any platform whatsoever. So it's just the YouTube side that hurts us when we run out of videos, I think.
Yeah, well, I think hopefully maybe doing these podcasts, at least we can do these from the house. So
yeah. And I enjoy the podcast.
When we can't go out and do it.
Yeah. And I enjoy doing the podcast anyway, especially since we're doing it like a daytime talk show, versus us just sitting here and being like, let's tell the story and read a bunch of stuff that we found online and blah, blah. You know, we do stuff like stupid games that like this and weird, spooky stories like this.
Yep.
So subscribe here on YouTube if you like watching it. Check Spotify and Apple. Subscribe, because hopefully we keep getting the ball rolling on these podcasts. We're going to do some lives so that you'll actually know when we're going to post and go live, so that we'll have the computer set up so you can type in and ask questions and kind of be involved with the show. Maybe do that once a month kind of thing and post it everywhere you can find your podcast or social media or whatever. But you're not going to know if you don't subscribe. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have for tonight.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this show. And until the next episode,
Keep it spooky.
later.